Assalamualaikum, my name is Najwa Suhajira binti Ainan. I am from DLM6A PDL 195009. So today I will answer the question about how Etihad Cargo surviving through this pandemic. So the first question is describe the network carrier and how integrated cargo network operate. A network carrier is a company that runs a network of scheduled flights to and from the main airports. These hubs are located in their country of destination to maximize the amount of air traffic rights available to them. Most network carriers schedule short and long-haul flights via a major hub airport, with as many as possible connecting with one another without too long connection times. Network carrier will transit from one airport to another airport before they arrive at final destination for a long-haul flights. Single or multiple flights can transport passengers and cargo between any 2 points on their network. So, how integrated cargo network operate? The air cargo industry is comprised of companies operating under a variety of different arrangements and using different modes of transportation. Integrated cargo network operate by combining carriers and passengers airlines that offering cargo service. Integrated cargo network operates when a cargo needs to use another cargo in order to avoid direct flights. Integrated carrier also offering door-to-door services by combining air and land transport such as trucks. Small aircraft or trucks would transfer parcels to hub airports, where they would be sorted using automatic handling system before being flown to a destination airport or another regional hub for final delivery. For example, if flight departed from Abu Dhabi to Melbourne, it needs to transit at Sydney Airport in order to have a break bulk process and sorted out back the cargo to the connecting flight. Then, the connecting flight will begin to depart and fly to the final destination. Next, we move to the question 2. Explain the ideal low-cost carrier are able to provide more service to freight forwarder. Low-cost carrier is a small aircraft, have a small capacity and serve short point of destination compared to the network carrier. A low-cost carrier is an airline that focuses on lowering operating costs while eliminating some of the conventional facilities and resulting in lower fares. The main objective of low-cost airline is the price of fare. Low-cost airlines may not have all the amenities that other airlines have, but their fares are reduced by a considerable percentage. Etihad Cargo can offer attractive packages such as providing small shipment like consolidation for the cargo. Etihad Cargo can also offer low fare and affordable price of the shipment to freight forwarder, and they also can offer lower deck capacity to freight forwarder in order to fully utilize capacity of cargo. Low-cost carrier can use latest aircraft belly hold technology, interesting and innovative system in order to give the best protection to the cargo. For example, Etihad Cargo can apply rubber wheels such as Power Drive Unit (PDU) that helps traction of the pallet inside the main deck. It will involve easy movement of cargo while involve shorter transit time for loading and unloading cargo. By providing more services, it will attract freight forwarder to choose the best low-cost carrier such as Etihad Cargo for their customers. After that, we move to the question 3. From your understanding, describe any Etihad Cargo product that has managed to encourage more shippers to use air freight in their logistic processes. First thing first, air cargo product is not a physical item at all, but service that consumers find useful. The definition is consistent with the airline marketing concept, which stresses the importance of services that satisfy certain consumer needs. The first Etihad Cargo is Fresh Forward. Etihad Cargo offers service to deliver perishable goods such as meat, fish and seafood, fruits and vegetables. They were first carrier in the Middle East and second globally to be awarded the IATA Fresh certificate. So, all the fresh produce will be transported safely with air freight such as Etihad Cargo. Their cool rooms are equipped with alarm temperature monitoring system. Their cool rooms are calibrated every 12 months and every critical point is temperature checked and recorded in Abu Dhabi. Next, Pharma Life. Etihad Cargo also offers service to deliver essential supplies such as medical supplies and pharmaceutical as part of the global response to the COVID-19 pandemic. They were the first carrier in the Middle East to be awarded the IATA Center of Excellence for independent validators, certification in pharmaceutical logistics. Using specially designed temperature control equipment, they ship pharmaceutical in the quickest possible time, adhering to the highest compliance guidelines. Their superiority is it only takes 60 minutes between the aircraft and the cooling facility, subject to local SLA, and they enable temperature control storage and cargo hold temperatures device in the aircraft. The third Etihad Cargo product is Flight Valet. Etihad Cargo offers special service to transport high-value vehicles across the globe quickly and easily. They transport hundreds of vehicles every year on their passenger and freighter aircraft, and customers can even choose to have their car picked up and delivered straight to the door. Etihad Cargo has charter service that available for larger vehicle fleets, fast and secure airport-to-airport transportation, as well as trained and proven capability staff. Last but not least, Etihad Cargo products have live animals. Etihad Cargo offers service to transport live animals such as cats, dogs, and horses. Transporting animals by air is the fastest and safest method of travels. Etihad Cargo offers customized solutions for transporting animals, from family pets to global conservation projects. And when customers transport their pet with Etihad Cargo, they will earn Etihad gas miles to thanks to personal cargo programs. Next, we continue to the question 4. The issue in air cargo capacity is when traffic begins to pick up. Freight rate can move up again quite rapidly as shortage of capacity appear on same routes. Give your opinion in the recovery process of gaining back freight demand. The first way is exchange from passenger flights to freighter flights. Companies can provide service with freighter aircraft with no involvement in the passenger business. Due to the pandemic COVID-19, people are restricted from going in and out of the country to avoid spreading of the virus, so that the demand of passenger flights is decreased and only air cargo demand is increased to deliver essential supplies such as fresh food like meat, fish and seafoods, fruit and vegetables, as well as pharmaceutical and medical supplies as part of the global response to the COVID-19 pandemic to other countries. For example, Etihad Cargo provides fast and reliable cargo and air freighter solution around the world by delivering essential supplies and perishable items as the demand rates due to pandemic COVID-19 issues. So the second way is to optimize fleet management. It is important to improve fleet utilization in air cargo capacity in order to ensure full utilization of cargo capacity and at the same time involve save overall total cost of the freight. If the air cargo has fully utilized, there will no overload or empty space in the belly of the fleet. In all cases, load distribution must follow the guidelines specified in the aircraft manufacturer's weight and balance manual. Carriers might opt to extend their operating hours and add more daily flights to increase air cargo capacity, and at the same time demand of air freight can be increased due to this sufficient capacity. For example, Etihad Cargo have a dedicated fleet of Boeing 777 freighters, more than 100 passenger aircraft and extensive tracking service. Their network maximizes freighter capacity and deliver almost anywhere in the world. Their fleet of aircraft offer custom solutions across wide-body, narrow-body, and freighter-only aircraft, flying cargo quickly and efficiently to key markets multiple times per week. The third way is improve communication and focus on core routes. Communication channels are critical to planning air cargo capacity in a fleet. Without a good communication, carriers are hard to plan the capacity of the fleet, and it may raise some issues of insufficient capacity or overload cargo, and whether it may have empty space in the fleet. Restrictions in international travel have prompted managers to rethink their route networks, and because of that, carriers should also focus on specific lanes based on customer demand and operational feasibility. As a new safety regulation are enacted, planners need to review their destination constantly. In doing so, carriers can optimally define their flight schedule, improve the allocation of resources, and maximize air cargo capacity utilization, and at the same time can gain demand of air freight. For example, Etihad Cargo, which are from Abu Dhabi, expand their network till reach across Africa, America, Asia, Australia, Europe, and Middle East. And last but not least, build relationship. Carriers should be open to a new arrangement to ensure air connectivity in order to address COVID-19 challenge. Collaboration with the air cargo service provider will help to maximize of coverage demand. It is possible to provide additional value to consumers by complementing their network operations. Such alliances are especially beneficial for companies that want to enter markets with strict coronavirus-related regulations. Through partnership, airlines can overcome the restriction on where they can fly in each other's respective countries. For example, Etihad Cargo has partnered with the Australian government to provide critical international air freight assistance to Australia. Etihad Cargo will provide dedicated cargo service between Abu Dhabi and Australia, leveraging belly hold capacity of its fleet of Etihad Airways passenger aircraft to deliver essential supplies into the Australian market and facilitate bilateral trade to further ensure continuity of fresh imports to the UAE from Australia, including meat, fish, and seafood, fruit, and vegetables. This obviously one of great initiative to increase demand of air freight in surviving through the COVID-19 pandemic. And the last question is question 5. The chance for air cargo demand to grow certainly be closely linked to gross domestic product and trade growth for one country. How does GDP relate to the air cargo demand? First thing first, gross domestic product (GDP) is the total monetary or market value of all the finished goods and services produced within a country's borders in a specific time period. It's a broad measure of overall domestic production. It functions as a comprehensive scorecard of a given country's economic health. It refers to the future planning for air transport in order to complete the demand for the cargo. So, how GDP relate to air cargo demand? Demand are increased when production of product in certain countries are increased. They need raw materials from foreign countries to support the production. Import and export process will rise since the demand of trade goods is high. Air cargo demand will increase when other countries really need air cargo service to deliver goods in a short time. For example, when Etihad Cargo built relationship and agreement between Australian government to deliver essential supplies into the Australian market and facilitate bidirectional trade to further ensure continuity of fresh imports to the UAE from Australia, including meat, fish, and seafood, fruits and vegetables, the demand will increase and always maintain since both countries agreed to deliver essential supplies as in the agreement. By using this way, gross domestic product will increase and the air cargo demand will rise up. So that's all from me. Thank you.